Alright, so the last time we talked about this show, we talked about the first three episodes, which, in hindsight, if you've seen it, you know had, like, one of the greatest openings, one of the saddest episodes also ever. We're gonna move on to this chapter of it now. There's three more of these. The Last of Us, episodes 4 through 6 are now streaming on HBO Max and are the latest released episodes of the television series based off of the video game of the same name. In here, Ellie and Joel continue their trek in the heat of the apocalypse to try to reach their destination, but along the way, new foes arise and maybe possible alliances as well as they continue forward. However, eventually, feelings will come to fruition which will change the way the two perceive each other and the world. Last of Us, first three episodes really got me hooked into the show. I didn't have a lot of expectations for the show, not because I thought it was going to be bad. I just wasn't as entirely sold on the idea, I think, as many people were. However, the first three really got me going, so I was very interested in 4 through 6. We got 5 early because of the Super Bowl, which I'm not complaining about, and during the Super Bowl we got some great trailers. But onto the show, I did find, if I'm being entirely honest, episodes 4 through 6, take back episodes 4 through 5 out of these, to be a little lackluster and a little subpar compared to the first 3. However, episode 6 kind of picked up and was back to like that level that I wanted to see this perform at. And the main reason being, I do think there are a lot of on the side characters that are one-offs that are in this latest batch of episodes, like 4 through 6. They just kind of are in there, and a lot of these characters go away. There is a sort of villain that is introduced in episode 5, and I really didn't like the performance. I wasn't very keen on the character themselves either, and thinking about this and comparing it to the game, which I know is rather unfair, but some things in here feel like they're adding just to add for adding's sake. Like, they just take something and keep blowing it out of proportion. Like, they see that it worked with episode 3, it feels like. It feels like they keep trying to do a lot of things, like those two brothers that are from the game. They eventually come in here, and I feel like their whole thing got really blown out of proportion compared to what it really should have been. It wasn't bad, it just felt like it was a bit extreme. However, the action in here gets really good in these episodes. There's a fantastic sequence in episode 5 that I loved. It was riveting, it was great, it was scary. That was some great fun. And past episodes 4 and 5, where it was okay, to me, it was good, but it wasn't killing it. Episode 6 takes it a new direction where they come to this town, like this village, this community where there's all these people who have different set of morals, and they're like, you can stay here with us. But along the way, Joel's brother's there, and on top of that, Joel and Ellie find themselves in a situation where now both of them and all their emotions begin to come out, and how they feel and their worries and things. Because up to this point, they've been getting a little bit closer, and Joel's not so much of a hard ass anymore. He's kind of letting Ellie do her thing, and I think Ellie's gotten some more likability to her compared to early in the show where I wasn't as keen on her. And they're kind of becoming more helpful to each other in their learning. And, I think both of them have learned things about humanity. Joel that is not all horrible, and Ellie that's not all, great. But then here in episode 6 in particular, they really did have a really great amount of time to just cook. They let these actors cook, and I like that. They had a chance to really give some performances, and that worked out for me fine. I think the show is going in a pretty solid direction. I've had a great time so far with The Last of Us. While this part tapered off a little bit, I'm looking forward to the last few episodes that will be coming out, and I still recommend this show for you. If you haven't jumped on board for this yet, I definitely would start. It's all, the first 6 episodes are on HBO Max, and it's worth your time. I'm going to give The Last of Us episodes 4 through 6 a 7 out of 10. So thank you guys always so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you all next time.